recording. So hopefully this is recording. Everyone can hear and see us. But no. Welcome, Josh. Hope you're well. I know we just spoke off camera.
Thank you.
But this is Josh Blue. If you want to give us a few sentences of like who you are and what you do and what you offer.
Yes, so as you've just introduced, my name is Josh Blue, and most of you probably watch this or listen to this might know me as the 3 times pro overall world champ of Pure Elite. Yes, absolutely buzzing with that. I apologise if you can hear some crazy scuffling in the background. That's mental Frenchie. She's going nuts at the moment. So yeah, I've had life in lockdown there. So yeah, my name's Josh, 3 times Pure Elite world champion, and online coach and PT as well. So yeah, it's been like crazy busy since lockdown. Really had loads going on, and for those of you watching as well, me and Damien just going to touch on a little few things of questions that people asked, and I'm excited to hear what they say. I suppose we could talk about how we met as well and that little journey.
Yeah. So basically, me, Charlie, wanted to compete with a coach of ours, Lee, as well, and we knew we had to get some posing practice because we had no idea what we were doing. And then we basically booked a posing workshop. I think it was April last year. I think it was April.
Yeah, because you did. God, it was only last year. It just feels like so much has happened since. It was only last year. Yeah, April last year. Yeah, because you did the July show, didn't you?
Mm.
Yeah, so April. Yeah, fucking hell. God, it's gone so quick.
I know. It's bad. So then we. I remember you. It was like you walk through the doors. All of a sudden, the males and the females get separated, and it's like this is your posing coach, Josh. This is who he is. This is what he does. And then next minute, it was like take your clothes off, stand on the line, and then it's like right, you got to walk towards this guy called Josh and pose. And it's like this is the reason why I'm here because I have no idea what I'm doing. I had an idea, but not, I guess, the idea, and that was it then. And we had a laugh.
Weird experience, isn't it?
Yeah, it was the most terrifying first 10 minutes I think I've ever experienced. But then the second we got into it and everyone all of a sudden was going for it, it was all of a sudden it was fine. And then yeah, I remember seeing you doing your routine, and it was like, oh, like that's crazy. I want to do that. That's what I want to do, and I just thought that was incredible, and how can I replicate that or put my own spin on that? And that's how I kind of the whole posing thing kind of came in, and then that was it. Then that was it.
Absolutely wicked.
Yeah.
And you went on to clean up, didn't you? Really?
Yeah, it was a bit of an experience that day. So it was me, Lee, and Charlie all did the beach body one, and then I wanted to do men's physique and fitness model because I didn't quite know where I maybe fit in or where like how lean I was going to get. So I just thought if I just book a few and see where I end up, then you never know what might happen. So yeah, first place in
definitely.
that, and then we met up, and did we came to train with you about 2 weeks before the first show, me and Charlie.
Yes, you did, because I saw you in April at the posing workshop.
Yeah.
And then I saw you at Body Power.
Oh yeah, Body Power.
And it was at Body Power. You was like, we need to come and train with you. And I was like, okay, let's go. I was like, let's do it then. So yeah, I think it's 3 weeks. It was 3 weeks before your show.
No way.
Yeah, it was 3 weeks before your show because the show's in July. I saw you at Body Power in May, and then was like, right, we need to get in. Then we get a session in, and we booked it. I think 3 weeks before your show, you came, you trained, did some posing, cleared off. I saw you at your show. You just took frigging first place, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it was a confidence from seeing you and just some kind words, and I'll never forget it. It's just like just believe in yourself and just enjoy the show and just have fun. And I don't know. Yeah, it was sick.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah, and then after that, it was a case of the Worlds was coming. I just thought I may as well do that one whilst I'm fairly leanish, and then we meet up and train and do some more posing. And yeah, it was all very weird. It was like I was watching the show through my own body. Like all of a sudden I was there. You were there. You weren't a judge. You were backstage. I'm thinking, Jesus, Josh is going to go on stage here. And then and then it's like, I'll see. That was a crazy experience. And I remember on the overall, I was just like, this is weird. And it's like, right, all the belt holders go out. It's like, how did I get here? I don't understand how this has even happened.
I bet you're thinking, I didn't even do a competition last year. Now I'm stood here with the overalls. What's going on?
It was mad. But I think in life, I feel like you're taking an opportunity and you have to go for it. And you just kept telling me, just go for it. You got nothing to lose. Just have fun with it all. And I think like you were such a big inspiration to me to show what was possible. And it was just like, why not do it? And I think, I don't know.
It means a lot. Thank you. It means
yeah,
a lot.
like if anyone needs any posing tips, speak to Josh. He's the number one for a reason. It sounds cheesy, but no, it's good time. It's been weird having no competitions this year. Just wanted to go maybe watch a few and just to
if the
watch.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, obviously the Pure Elite Worlds is supposed to be obviously going ahead this year at the end. Are you going to go and watch it?
Yeah, I think my client said to me she may do that show, and I've just said there's no pressure. If you want to leave it and go next year, that's fine. If you feel like you're not ready, then it's up to you. But I've said if we can get like a 10 weeks, maybe 12 weeks notice, then we're just going to go for it, and she may end up doing the show. So that's the plan, but I'm not too sure just yet. But if not, I'd like to go down and watch. Yeah, if not, and yeah, take her with me with the missus to show her kind of what it's like to. I don't know. I wish I saw shows before I competed. I think that would have settled my nerves a little bit more because I had no idea what to expect. I remember you saying to me, backstage is tiny, and I was like, I don't believe you. And all of a sudden you turn up and you're in this tiny little corridor, and I'm like, this is a bit scary now. And yeah, I don't know. If I would have seen that beforehand, I think I would have been better prepared. But it all worked out.
Yeah, bigger at the Worlds. Obviously, you got loads of room.
That was great. I thought backstage was the stage area when I arrived. I was like, this isn't right.
I think I remember seeing you there, and you was like, "Oh, this is a cool stage," and I was like, "Mate, this ain't the stage." It's like, fucking no, come this way, walk through here. This is the stage.
Mental, absolutely mental. But no,
mad stuff.
What? Yeah, man. I think about it at least once a day and just think. Last year was mad, and to think we're already like 6 months through this year already. It's crazy.
And now we're here doing a podcast. How mental was that? In a space of just over a year. Didn't even know you.
I know. I do feel like I've known you for a long time, even though it's only
it's weird, isn't it?
It's literally been a year, just over a year. But yeah, I think
it's quality.
It's mad. I love it. But yeah, that's kind of how we met. And yeah, now we're here chatting about whatever we're going to chat about. You know, got questions to fire away. We'll just see where it goes. Yeah, I put a little kind of question story up on Instagram, and I've got more questions than I can even imagine. So I just picked kind of 15 out and just said, right, some are very, very quick, like favorite food or whatever. Some questions I got, I thought, how did you even know that? It's like they've done the research and they've asked some questions, and I'm like,
wow.
Oh, but no, we'll see. I've got on my phone ready, and we'll just, if you're happy, we'll just kind of blast through. There's nothing crazy. So, first question I got asked actually was, how did Josh get into the industry of like fitness and competing and everything else?
That's a very good question. How did I get into it? Well, it was 2014. I was still really, really light compared to what I am now, like over 20 kilos lighter. And I was like starting to get in shape. I was getting some like abs and someone said to me, like, why don't you do like one of those like show, competition or something? Like you're getting in quite good shape. And I was like, mate, I'm nowhere near a bodybuilder. I'm like 73 kilos, not in a million years. And I didn't know there was like such things as fitness model shows. And I'd obviously heard of Body Power, the expo, from getting into fitness and stuff. I think I just got Instagram in 2015. So I started seeing all these fitness models, and I was like, oh man, I look sick. And then I heard of Body Power, and I was like, well, the big names go there. Maybe I need to go there. And I heard that they did there was a fitness show called Fit Factor at Body Power. It's like a fitness model show, just fitness models, sort of one category, guys and girls. And it was at Body Power, and I thought, what better way to go to Body Power than to compete there for the first time? So I went there and did a competition. I didn't have a fucking Scooby-Doo what I was doing. I got the most shocking trunks. I didn't learn posing. I looked at YouTube at the previous winner, watched it once, went, yeah, I'll be all right, I'll do that. And my tan, I got done in like my local town the night before, like a Saint-Tropez holiday tan that you would get. I didn't even get I didn't even know what I was doing. I rocked up, obviously didn't place anywhere. I was just walking around Body Power like, wow, look at the state of these people. And then that was when I went home after that weekend, and I was like, I actually want to do this, but I'm going to do it properly. And it was ever since then. So at the end of May 2014, I decided to go home and just work my fucking ass off. And then that's when I competed at Pure Elite in 2015, a year later. And then it just went from there.
Brilliant.
So, yeah.
That kind of goes into the next two questions. So that one was, the second question was, at what point did you know you wanted to compete?
Okay.
You kind of answered that one. And then question 3, so someone said, he says, you competed in 2015. I was like, how did you know that? But no, that's fair enough. How did you feel about not placing? I was like, I don't know how they knew that. And then what did you learn from your experience? So in 2015, didn't place, he said. What did you learn from the experience?
Great question. Really good question. Yeah, I didn't place. That was the first time I did Pure Elite. I did the April show in Margate. I did fitness model and tattooed muscle, and I didn't place in either. Mainly due to overall package, really. Posing was awful again. Needed loads and loads of work on that. I did do some work on, I've been practicing at home, but again, it's not enough. And I got quite lean, but I messed up. I read too many things, and I did the carb up wrong, and I looked warrior as hell. And I was just like, oh, God. So, yeah, I didn't place. Do you know what? I was really, really good. I genuinely was. When I was calling like the 5th, the 4th, even in tattooed muscle, I thought I might get like a place in it. And they called 5th, and I was like, oh, wicked, maybe I've got 4th. And they called 4th, and I was like, wicked, maybe I got 3rd.
Oh, God.
And they called 3rd, and I was like, and I looked who was next to me, and I went, no, shit, no, I ain't got 2nd or 1st. And I was like, oh, damn it. So I didn't place, and I didn't ask for any feedback. Because it was just obvious to me what I needed to do. So I genuinely was good. If anyone says, oh, it's fine if you don't place. No, and it's good. You've worked your fucking arse off. But what I learned was I stayed till the end of the show, obviously, because the awards at the end. And I watched the overall win and get awarded. And I watched all the first place people, obviously. And I remember seeing them in their categories because I watched the whole show while I was on stage. And I was watching all the people on stage, like what do I want it need to be like. And I just learned what you need is I looked at these guys and I was like, they've put in the work. They've been training for a lot longer than I have. And the muscle density is better. Their posing is wicked. The overall look's just better. And the persona, the charisma. And I just learned that I just need more time and effort. And I just need to do what I've done, but more of it. I need more training. I need to bring up my hammies. I need to bring up my quads better. So I picked body parts out. That's easy. Wicked. I can train that. That's no problem. But then what I learned was, after looking at the other guys, their mind was just in it. I could just see like there were winners when they got there. When you get there and you can see people sort of getting the bags out, getting ready. I was like, he's won and he's won. You just sort of know they've just got that energy about them. So I learned that I needed to, just work on myself, sort of like mindset wise, get into a winner's mindset. Because I definitely didn't have that in the first few shows I did. I just went there thinking, well, I might do all right, but I went away after that, like, working a lot on mindset and stuff, and that was the biggest lesson, I think, going in there with more of a winner's mindset.
Brilliant. That's spot on. I think I remember you telling me that story about just like when I first met you, and obviously knowing who you are, and you said you didn't place. That was weird. I thought, how can you not?
Yeah,
I don't understand. But then, yeah, I think people can learn from what you've said. But you didn't just leave. You stayed. You watched a show. you watch what other people were doing. How can you improve? And I think you'll be very honest with yourself and saying, this is what I need to improve. And a lot of people can't handle that, I feel.
Yeah,
Criticism
you hit the
or
nail on
whatever.
the head. You need to be so real with yourself. And a lot of people go in thinking, like, it's great to be confident. It's great to have a winner's mindset. Like, I know you need that. But some people go in with an unrealistic mindset and then just go, oh, I can't believe I didn't win. And, just take it on the chin. Like, if you want to win, you're gonna have to keep going and keep trying. Like, if you win your first time, then you've obviously done amazing and you've done a lot of work before the show. That's what a lot of people don't understand. They go, oh, well, how come he won his first time? He's obviously done loads and loads of work on himself before the show.
Yeah. No, perfect. Next question. This was from the same person who actually asked the previous one. It says, you have become a bit of a celebrity in the fitness industry. And she says, have you ever done any acting before?
Do you know what? I haven't, and I would fucking love to. Like, I genuinely would. It's one, to be fair, actually, I can remember at school, I was quite into I love musical theatre, absolutely love it. I love going to see like West End shows and all that kind of thing. Hence why I did a routine to The Greatest Showman in 2018. I absolutely love it, and that is something I'd love to get into. That'd be so sick. I'd love to do that one day.
Like Josh Blue the musical.
Yeah, like imagine that. But no, on a serious note, that would be something I'll probably try in the future for sure. Get into a bit of acting.
Brilliant, man. That's spot on. Right, next one. This is I think quite a deep question. Is what has been your proudest achievement so far in life?
Wow. That's genuinely really, really tough question.
Yeah, I think it is.
Proudest achievement.
I think it's impossible to answer, but difficult. Could be multiple.
Yeah, it is very difficult because it's hard to say what's the proudest when you've had loads of not saying, oh, I've had loads of things, but yeah, I've had quite a few things to be proud of.
No good.
Obviously, winning the show
3.
last year. Yeah, winning the show last year was a massive one, because I knew how hard it was going to be. And people think the more you compete, the easier it gets. It's actually like it's harder because if you thought you was wicked last time, you need to be even better. So it does get harder. So that was a massive, massive proud moment for me. But do you know what? Another proud moment was actually quitting my job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a massive deal. Be really proud moment of mine. Like quitting my job and then just in this time now, being a successful coach, and all the rest of it. And I've got another online business as well. So that's just such, sometimes I sit and think about that, and I feel it's a really proud moment to say that I've not like made it, but I've made a dream sort of become a reality. Of being like just being my own person.
I remember you saying to me you're going to quit your job, and it was like, was this before the Worlds?
Yeah.
Or after? I can't even remember. And I remember you saying you're going to quit, and it was like, when you do, you have no choice but to put everything you've got into whatever you're going to do. To be fair, one of the questions was what thoughts on having an online business. So you might remember Rebecca, one of my clients who does Arbonne, and she just said, can you give some insight onto his thoughts, which is yourself, on having the online business and online coaching and how that's kind of come about and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I just absolutely love that sort of. Sorry, my dog's going mental. I'm just going to drag her up here. Come up here, you crazy little. This is the little pig. She says hello. Go away. Yeah, thoughts about an online business. Well, it's just amazing because you can do it from absolutely anywhere. I love helping people, and I've experienced like success in the fitness industry, and I know what that feels like. It feels, not gonna lie, it feels fucking amazing. Like to win shows and stuff like that, and just get yourself in that condition and shape. And I just love helping people want to feel the same way. Like I know it feels, and I just want to help others do that. So having an online business, my online coaching business, allows me to do that. And yeah, my other business as well, just work it in and around that. So I love managing my own time.
Yeah.
So like that. And if I had any tips for anyone about managing, sort of like work, you need to be really passionate about it. You need to do something you're passionate about, because then you're just going to wake up every day like really wanting to do that.
Yeah.
But what you need to not be, what you need to be careful of is, because you have decided to sort of like work for yourself, you don't want to turn it into something that's just like Groundhog Day every day. So you need to mix it up, else you've left a job of work to work for a company, and then you just work for yourself. Like, no different sometimes. You know what I mean? Then people just get really bogged down with their business and too much, and spend you can end up just doing the same thing, but you're just working for yourself. Whereas I've tried to make it a bit more sort of like free, and I like sort of managing my own time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
no, it's brilliant. I think what you said about like leaving your job and having your online business, I think it's the fear of quitting a job and then failing is scary.
yeah, definitely.
I was a personal trainer with my friend Sam, and we were having a bad time at the gym that we were at. A lot of rules had changed, and we didn't like where the gym was heading, and we just said, why don't we do our own thing? Which was terrifying, because all of a sudden I'm quitting a personal training, not secure job, but more secure, and that was scary. And it was going from, I worked in a warehouse beforehand, and I wasn't happy, and then personal training kind of took over. But and now I'm here. But now I think quitting a job is a big deal, but also so is winning 3 world titles as well. But so I'll take that. No, that's brilliant.
All good, proud moments.
Yeah, brilliant. Next one, we'll fire through it. What have you enjoyed the most in lockdown? So what have you enjoyed about lockdown?
I've enjoyed just having loads of time. A lot of people say, no, I've got too much time, but I don't think you can ever have too much time, because you can always fill it with all kinds of crazy, amazing, exciting shit to do. So yeah, I've really enjoyed having time to. What it's done is, because we can't go in gyms and stuff, and I've not been doing as much PT, it's sort of forced me to focus more about my online stuff, and I've just really enjoyed sort of growing that. And I've met, obviously not physically, but I've met loads of people during lockdown. Just like, I've had some new clients come. I've had quite a few clients come on board, and just, you know, made some really good sort of like friendships and sort of a client relationship there. Building my other online business as well. I've had loads more time to put into that. So I've just enjoyed really like growing what I've started to create, and sort of just growing what I'd like to hope in the future is like people just see me as my own little brand, if you know what I mean. Like, this is Josh Blue and he does X, Y, and Z. So I've just, this is what I've been trying to do, just create my own little world, if you like. But that's what I've enjoyed. And I've also enjoyed The Last Dance on Netflix. I'm actually watching it for the second time now.
Yeah. I think like life has paused with lockdown. I've been a bit sad in lockdown, happy in lockdown. It's kind of mixed emotion, but I think all of a sudden you're able to take a step back at life. All of a sudden everything's paused, the world's stopped, and it gives you a chance to kind of go, right, what do I need to do? What do I need to focus on? What makes me happy? What doesn't? How can I improve? And then Last Dance. I got forced to watch that by my friend Sam, and that was very inspiring. I have started to play basketball now.
I'm not gonna. I swear to God, right? I'll go back on my Instagram, my post. Like, it was at the very, very start of April or something. I posted like me playing basketball.
Yeah.
And then I see a few other people started cropping up playing basketball. And then the last dance came out, and everyone's playing basketball. I'm like, I just see it coming. I see it coming. Such a sick documentary. Like, Michael Jordan's mindset is next level. Anyone who wants to up their game mindset wise, watch that, because you'll watch that and think, wow, that is a fucking determined man.
Yeah. I remember watching the videos of you playing basketball, and I thought, God, I haven't played basketball for years, maybe 15 since school. And then Last Dance came on. I thought, oh, I love to play a bit of basketball. And then it's the mindset of Michael Jordan is like win no matter what, and I love that. You know, he kind of doesn't.
Just win at all costs.
Yeah, he might step on a few toes, but it's crazy. It's crazy. No, I enjoyed it. Next one. If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Eat more.
Eat more.
No, it sounds so stupid, but like, depending out, you know, how young we sort of like. if we're talking like young, I'd say younger self as like a kid sort of growing up, I'd say just pursue what you're passionate about, not what you think is the right thing to do. Because I was really, really passionate. Like, I played the drums as well. I was really passionate about drumming. I was really passionate about basketball. Not the gym necessarily, obviously, when I was younger. I was really passionate about those two things. And as sort of school started to finish, I thought I needed, I can't have a career in drumming and I'm never going to be a basketballer. They're just things that I like doing. So I was like, right, I need like a career, need a job. So I tried to get a job in like the public services. I went to college and I was like, right, I was just going to try and get the police, get the fire service and stuff like that. And I just think, looking back, if I could give some advice, it'd be like, never stop pursuing what you're passionate about. Like basketball and drumming, I should have just stuck with that for my life. And just gone hell for I should have gone hell for leather. And I could be a drummer, a session drummer for a band. I could have got so good at basketball that I, taken myself off to America and I should have just booked tickets and flew over there and just tried. You know what I mean? You never know what you're capable of. So that's, one thing looking back, that's what advice I'll give. But I've managed to find my passion again now, which is wicked. Yeah. And eat more, because when I was a very thin, small person.
No, I love that. I think I feel like I went through something similar. Like I played football and rugby, quite a high level rugby, had a few trials, and just didn't really give everything. And you kind of think, well, I'm never gonna be the best. There's no point. But I went to college, I did public services. I wanted to be a policeman. That was my go-to.
And that's that. Same.
Yeah. And then I remember applying for the police in bed, got through to the final stage of Birmingham Police. I don't know what it's called. And I ended up failing. And because I had no life experience at all. I had no experience. And all the situational things I couldn't do. I had no idea. And I left and thought, life's over. I'm going to have to wait 2 years to be a policeman again. And then I just got a job, and that was it. All my inspiration had gone. I was getting paid a wage for the first time ever, and I thought, well, this will do. I can drive a car, I go to the gym, I don't care about anything else. And I was stuck in that mindset for years. And now I look back and think, that was a waste. I could have done loads with my time, but it is what it is.
I'm exactly the same. Literally had like kind of exactly the same journey there. But I suppose when you look back, we could have been nice to have that time again to do things, but I believe that ever we've done is meant to have happened to shape who we are now. So all that had to happen so we could be who we are now. I think if we'd done things differently, we definitely wouldn't be the same sort of person.
Yeah. Again, I wouldn't have met the people I've met and experienced what I've experienced now. And yeah, it's one of them. And I think we all live with a little bit of regret or wish we did things soon. I wish I competed 5 years ago. It took me 5 years to think I could do it, and I just thought, why not? But yeah, no, brilliant. I love that. Next one. This is a quick question. Someone's asked, do you have a favorite bodybuilder?
Oh God, it's so hard. It's so hard. Favorite bodybuilder.
You can say one past, one past, one present.
Okay, wicked. Present bodybuilder, I would say my favourite is Terence Ruffin.
That's nice.
Yeah, he's fucking unbelievable. Classic physique guy. Really, really nice posing. And past, I'm going to say Dorian Yates, just because he changed the game.
Yeah. No, I like that.
There's so many from the past, like, I love Jay Cutler. I love Dorian. Yeah. I'm going to say Dorian Yates. Past bodybuilder.
Nice. For me, I've always liked Arnie because he's Arnie, and I liked his voice, and he was cool. The current for me is Chris Bumstead.
I
do like Terence, but yeah, Chris Bumstead is his. I watched his prep videos up into the Worlds, and watching that, it was just like he's been through some. I say shit, but yeah, like a life scare. He might never be able to bodybuild again, and then he came back and won the Olympia. And you're just like, how old is he? Like 24.
Yeah, it's not very old, is he? He looks
No.
fucking phenomenal.
It's like, yeah, amazing. Luke Sandow was a big one. But unfortunately, he passed away. But no, those two are big
Bless him.
inspirations. Well, Chris is still is. But yeah, Arnie was the other one. But no, Dorian's crazy, and Terence's posing is
Oh,
phenomenal.
it's next level. Yeah,
Phenomenal.
that's just why I like him. I just think he moves really well. But
Mm,
I like Dorian just because he was like the first of the mass monsters and just came in and just scared the shit out of everyone. It was huge.
yeah,
Like, and yeah, just like the way he trains and I don't know, just like his whole like the shadow. He just literally turned up to the Olympia, just fucking absolutely smashed it, and then just like disappeared again. And everyone's like, just gone for a year, and then
yeah,
just comes back and wins again. You're just like, whoa.
yeah,
And like, if you look at him now and watch documentaries on him and stuff now, just like he's just got a cool outlook on everything.
yeah. No, I agree. Love that. Next one. Well, it says right now, what is your life goal? Kind of touched on it a little bit, but have you got like a life goal? Where do you see yourself in, say, 5-10 years, or what you'd like to achieve in that time?
My life goal is, I know it's just going to sound really cliche and cheesy, but this has got to be everyone's life goal, surely. But I just want to be truly happy with exactly where I am at every given moment.
Yeah.
Like, my life goal is to wake up and be like, I am so happy that I am here, wherever I am. That's what my life goal is, to every day wake up, whether I'm on a beach somewhere on holiday, whether I'm in my bed, or whether it's snowing outside and I'm freezing, I wake up and getting a coffee in the morning, whatever. I just want to be really happy wherever I am. I want my online business to just be, you know, a great success with clients that are just killing it and enjoying it more than anything. And I guess a life goal, I'd love to be a household name, like in the fitness world, or maybe not in the fitness world. I don't know. I'd love people to just say, oh yeah, Josh Blue, and I go, oh yeah, I know who that is. And like, just sort of, I just love to be known as, yeah, I don't even want to be, I just want to be known as a guy who's like, loves to motivate people, keep in good shape, just live a good, healthy, balanced, active lifestyle. And, you know, just happens to smash a shit out of shows as well. So
Yeah. No, I love that.
I guess that's a life goal. Just be successful in whatever I do, and without being big-headed and arrogant. I know I will be, because I've already seen it. Like up
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. I think that's the way you got to be. If you don't believe it, no one else is gonna believe it. You've got to believe it, haven't you?
Exactly.
So, no, I love that. Brilliant. Someone asked this question. It says, "Do you have steroids on toast for breakfast?" And who asked that?
Great question. Yeah, I might know
funny.
who asked that. Yeah. Yeah, good question. That steroids on toast. No,
Yeah.
sometimes in a wrap,
Yeah.
sometimes in a panini, or sprinkle it on top of a pizza.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Oh, I
That's
love a
funny.
question like that. Love it.
Right, this one. Favorite muscle group to train?
Ooh. Do you know what? It's not always been, but over the past couple of years, I've loved training legs.
Yeah.
I think since like doing shows the past couple of years, I've sort of known for having like good quad sweep and stuff. But I'm really into training shoulders at the minute. Like I'm going to say my favourite muscle group to train at the minute is shoulders.
But I didn't
Because
expect that answer.
I know I want them bigger.
Right.
Because I really want bigger shoulders. I just want to be like. So I've been doing like loads and loads of rear delt work,
Yeah.
loads of like, do you know what I mean? I just want to round them off. So yeah, a bit of an unexpected one. I'm going to say shoulders. It used to be legs, but you know, they'll come back.
Shoulders, no way.
What about
No,
you?
in my head I thought legs or chest is going to be one of them two, but shoulders, no way. Okay, love that. Right, this one we kind of go back to the comp here. Not many left. Sorry to keep you down, we are. Okay.
No, mate, you're fine. You're fine.
Fine. Okay, it says, what is your eating routine leading up to a comp? So maybe like 1 to 2 weeks out. What do you kind of? I know it's not like every time it may change, but if you had to kind of summarize it, what would you kind of do? Or is this a secret?
My eating routine. Well, what the secret? What I do is same as I'm doing now, as in routine wise. Obviously, the meals are different, but leading up to comp, I usually train first thing in the morning, very, very early. One, because you're usually tired towards the end of the day, and I think, fucking hell, at least I've already done my session, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I have a meal pre-bed, like quite a big carby meal. So loads of protein, loads of carbs before I go to sleep. So then when I wake up, I can just have a drink and then just train straight away fasted, but sort of using the previous night's meal. So I train first thing in the morning at like 4:30 or 5, and then I have my post-workout breakfast, if you like. And I eat chicken, and up to leading up to competition, I eat chicken and rice 6 times a day. That's literally about it. It sounds so boring, but it works. And sometimes, when you're cooking away, I'm like, why cook different meals? Because I can't be fucking arsed, I ain't gonna lie. Let's just get some protein, get the carbs in, train. I'd probably eat at like, let's say 7, and then I eat every 3 hours or every 2.5 hours, up until I go to bed again. But I'll have more carbs after my training session. So I'll have more carbs then, and then they slowly just filter out throughout the day. So I'm not having a lot of carbs towards the end of the day because I don't really need them so much. Then I have a big carby meal before bed, then a big one after training, and the rest is just very, very small.
Brilliant. I think what you said there, like training being up at 4:30, people will be like, why would you get up so early? But if you got a lot of stuff to do today and you want to win and you need to get it in, you just get up early. And people always say, how do you stay motivated? And I can guarantee, even you will agree, you're most probably not motivated half the time to get up. You just do it because you're disciplined to do it, and that's the answer. And I think
that's it. And I even train at that time of day when I've not got a lot on. I'm still doing that now in lockdown most of the time, purely because I did a post on it the other day. I like training at that time in the morning because I feel like it's really, it sounds very stupid, but the world's still asleep. It's really quiet. There's no one about. When the gyms are open, I used to go in there because it's 24 hours. No one's in the gym. There's no music. Like, it's just silent, and you can just be with your own imagination. You can really get inside the session, if that makes sense. You can really think about what you're doing. You can feel every muscle fiber working. You can feel yourself getting leaner, getting stronger. And it's just a time to really reflect on yourself and really think about what you're doing, visualize your goals. It's just like my own little few hours of day where nothing is bothering me. No phones are going off. No one's even awake. So that's why I love training at that time. And I think that's what, I genuinely think that's what helps me win shows and stuff, because you can't think about anything else other than what you're doing at that time. And I just think it's awesome. I think there's so many distractions past that time of day. So that's why I like to train at that time as well.
That is absolutely spot on. I love that. I can't even say anything better than that. It's sick. I think just having, like you say, having your own, I remember seeing your Instagram story and it's like 4:30 in the morning, 5 a.m. Like, what are you? I'm up kind of early anyway, but going to the gym to coach clients. But I think people always moan there's not enough time in the day, or they're too tired, like you've said. And just get up early and do it. Or as I say, people haven't got any motivation and they don't want to do it. And how do you stay motivated? And when you're 2 to 3 weeks out and you're absolutely starving and you can't sleep and you feel like crap, you just do it anyway. You just do it. And people ask me, how do you do it? I'm like, I just do it. And you're the same. Exactly. You wake up and you just do it. There's no ifs or buts. Even if you had a bad session, at least you've done a session. And people moan to me all the time, I had a bad session. No, but you've still done something. You haven't just stayed in bed and done nothing. So
to be fair, it's more one thing. If I have a bad session, I wait all day and I go back and do it again. I'm not gonna lie. If I wake up, sometimes it just happens, and you come out of there and you're like, you probably didn't get a bump, or you didn't. I don't know. Something just don't click, and you think there's a fucking shit session, and I'm not happy with that. I'll go right. I'm going to go back later, and I'll just sit on it all day, and I'm thinking, we're fucking off that. And I go back later and do it again properly. I never have a bad session anymore.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Nice bit of advice. I like that. Brilliant. Where are we? So, where do you get your posing inspiration from?
Oh, great question. Really good question. Do you know, I've got it from so many people. There's loads of different people I've looked at for their posing. I've even looked at, I compete like muscle model, I've even looked at like men's physique athletes, just the way that they walk and like their transition. So I've looked at, I'll say posing inspiration, I've looked at Jeremy Buendia and Ryan Terry, two completely different styles of posing, but I tried to amalgamate the two. Muscle model wise, I've looked at, oh God, who have I looked at? I looked at like a few of like Tom Coleman's poses, like the way he's done like a few like, I don't know, because I like his physique. I'm thinking, how can I try and recreate that on my physique? Who's else have I looked at? There's been like obviously Terence Ruffin. I've looked at his for like bodybuilding stuff. There's also a Korean guy that I've watched quite a lot of, a fitness model. Korean guy. Got no fucking idea what his name is, let alone even say it if I knew what it was. But yeah, he's got like a really weird sort of flow to him. So I've looked at all kinds of people, even though they're not in the same category as what I do. But I just like the way that they move, and I just think, how can I recreate that?
No,
so yeah, I'd say those are some names.
Love it. Spot on. I to be fair, I did try to steal, but not very successfully, one of your transitions. I can't. I'm not going to reenact it now, but it's you turn to the side, arm comes up, and every time I do it with my friend Charlie, he's like, "That's the Josh Blue, that's the Josh Blue transition," and it's like, yeah, it absolutely is. And I incorporated that, but no, I think Terence Ruffin, the Korean guys are crazy. No, I absolutely agree. I think they bring a different kind of edge to it all. It's a different flow, and
that's a different edge. That's the word, edge.
I love it.
As if you've just said like that's the Josh Blue. That's wicked. That is. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I've looked at in years. That'd be sick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mad. I remember Pure Elite posted the video, and I was like, I need a better side transition to get into the side pose. And it was like, I know, and then it popped up. What I can't remember. I don't know what. It might have even been one of your first ones when you whole dolphin trainer thing. You might have done it then. I don't know, but you're at the side with your hands up and you do a bicep pose. So I was like, the category I was doing, I can't do the back, so I had to have an open hand. I wish I got a picture from the world of that pose, but I didn't. And that was a bit of a gutty moment. But no, I've got a few videos. But that's why it's known as in our gym anyway.
Love that, absolutely love it. I'm still yet to come to your gym, and when you're open, I will make the journey for sure, 1,000,000%. I promise that.
Yeah, that'd be sick. It's a bit of a journey, but it'll be worth it.
Mate, you've made the journey this way more than once, so yeah, I will be there 1,000,000%.
That'd be brilliant. Hopefully, my shoulders and everything will be better by then. But yeah, my left one is still bad. But I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. I don't even train shoulders to make them bad. So I don't know what's going on. We're nearly there. Someone's asked a bit of a specific. Oh, last question actually. A bit above a specific question. Thoughts on how much volume you should train? So I feel like at the moment in the industry, there's a lot of talk about how many sets you should do, how much volume, like how much do you train, how long are you in the gym for? So like 10 sets of muscle group, 20 sets of muscle group per week, and everyone's just saying this is what you should be doing, RPE this and RPE that, and how hard should you train? And this gentleman's asked and said, listen, what's Josh's view on how much you should train, how much volume, like what do you do, and what are your kind of thoughts on it?
Wow. Obviously, there's loads of different styles of training. Loads of different styles of training work for different people. I've always been known for doing lots of volume.
Yeah.
And people sort of like, high weight, low reps. I like high weight, high reps. So push the weight as high as you can. But I like to do maybe 6 working sets, like full hard sets of like maybe 12 to 15.
Yeah.
Like say if I was on the leg press, I want to have, a heavy weight, so I can only just manage about 12.
Yeah.
And just try and push for 6 like working sets. Maybe you do like 2 or 3 warming up to that, So it's
Mhm.
quite a lot. I think things like legs, you can do a lot of volume,
Yeah.
purely because of the muscle it is, the size that it is, and how rapid they can grow if you push them to that limit. But you know, it sort of varies for every individual, because I've done lots of stuff like that, like 5 or 6 working sets. It's worked really well for me. But then I've just started, obviously just before the gym's closed, I just started to change it up a little bit,
Mhm.
get my words out. And I was doing like 3 sort of warm-up sets, you know, just like 12 to 15, not too strenuous. I find it quite comfortable, putting a little bit more weight on, putting a little bit of weight on, until I get to the weight where I'm doing my top working sets, and do 2.
Yeah.
So say it's on a flat bench, I'll do like 12 to 15, put a little bit more on, 12 to 15,
Yeah.
comfortable, and then stick a weight on that I can only just manage like 6 on, that I'm really going to struggle with.
Yeah.
And then like do 2 working sets, but they're flat out like 1,000,000% effort until you fail. So you've taken the bar off and you're struggling, and you're literally going for that last rep, and you're not going to make it. You need someone there to spot you. And that's two working sets on that of like 6 to 8. So that's what I started to do. So I think it varies so much with every individual, and it's quite hard. You just need to find your flow, find your niche. It'll take a lot of trial and error, train with different people, get a feel for what they do. Does it work for you? But yeah, there's so many different things out there. But I think as long as you're pushing yourself to your absolute limit, like as long as you're really, really maxing out on some of your sets and really like putting in some
Yeah.
serious effort, and you leave that gym thinking like, fuck me, there's no way I could have done another set, then you've had a good workout and the volume's been there.
Yeah.
My sessions usually last at least 90 minutes, at least. It's usually 2 hours, but I'd say at least 90 minutes.
Mhm. No, brilliant. Yeah, I think I think a lot of people overthink too much, and I think just go to the gym, hit it as hard as you can, lift heavy weight, and as long as you're enjoying the session, that's what's important. And I think I don't
Like you
think
say,
people
I
train
think
hard enough.
no, they don't. Loads of people don't train hard enough. Like, and that's just the honest truth. You know, it's all well and good following a workout plan, and you got your coach telling you what to do, but you should train really fucking hard. Like, your body can go through a lot, like
Yeah.
a lot. So yeah, you just need to just put the effort in. It's as simple as that. And like you say, people can overthink it way too much. But you
Yeah.
got to remember, all you're doing in the gym is putting your muscle under so much stress so that it adapts. That's literally all you're doing. It's as
Mm.
simple as that. You're putting your muscle under so much stress that it's like, fucking hell, it has to adapt and force and grow. That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
So as long as you're doing that to your muscle every time, it's going to grow.
Perfect. No, I agree. That's kind of same philosophy. Final question. Someone said, we have spoke about it. Like, when can we see Josh Blue on the stage again?
Oh, what a question. What a question. When we see me on a stage again, what do you want to see me doing on the stage? Acting, singing, dancing, or? No.
That's it. Great. No, I don't know. Yeah, I think
You'll see me on the stage again when I am, what's the word I'm looking for? You'll see me on a stage again when I will be winning the next competition I enter.
perfect. No, I
That is
love
when you'll
that.
see me. The next time you see me on stage, I'll be winning the show. When that is I have no idea when that is. The time will tell. The universe will tell me when it's time.
I think they're brilliant. I feel like especially with what's going on now as well, everything's been thrown out of whack, and nothing as we knew it, and I think everyone's goals and everyone's things has changed. But I was pretty much set on competing next year. I think I know what I want to do. I know what I need to improve, but even now I'm not sure. I don't really know. I need to focus on the business because of what's happening, and I need to make sure that's okay. And I think competing, I don't know yet, but no, that's yeah, that is all the questions I've got. I appreciate you answering all of them.
Mate, I loved you having me on. It was wicked.
That
Great
was
to chat to you, and it was good to answer some questions.
That was a bit of a laugh. Have you got any kind of final words, or do you want any shout outs or any plugs or anything on those lines?
You know, if you don't follow me already, then, you know, why the fuck not? You can always find me at Josh__blue on Insta. If you've ever got any questions about anything, if you ask some questions but they didn't make it on here, then drop me a message and I'll be sure to answer those. And I don't know what else to say, really. Just, yeah, like I said, going back to that question about what would you tell your younger self, I suppose this is my advice to anyone is, whatever your true passion is, not what you just think you're good at, whatever your deep inner passion is, never ever give it up. Just never. It's as simple as that. If you can't stop, I always like to say, if you can't stop thinking about it, then you should never stop working for it.
That's deep. I love it.
Deep, man.
I love it. But no, I appreciate you coming on, mate. I think this has been nice to catch up and have a laugh, and there's some good advice. I think a lot of people can learn from that. Especially what you said at the
I
end
really appreciate having me on. Nice one.
No, that's brilliant. I'm gonna end the record there, and yeah, hope you all liked listening. And again, if anyone's got any questions, fire them over to Josh, myself. Make sure you follow him, and if you want to follow me, you can. That's cool. But yeah, no, I appreciate it, and yeah, we'll end it there.